Hello, everyone. This is Anna Bush, Minnesota Pollution Control Agency's Stormwater TMDL liaison. We are here today to talk about the 2019 legislation and the 38 affected MS4s. As you can see, we're starting on the Minnesota Stormwater Manual. We're in the total maximum daily load section, and I have created a page that talks about this legislation, so we'll start there. All right. So there's legislation passed in 2019 and amended that changed the regulated area for certain MS4s. The page here you can jump directly to the referenced legislation, or I also have it typed out here as it was amended. In general, what it means is that this certain MS4s were previously regulated throughout their entire jurisdiction. This legislation changed it so that they're only regulated within the urbanized area and other platted areas as defined by Minnesota statute. There are 38 MS4s affected by this legislation, and you can see the list here. Whoops. So this was an issue because we did not immediately have easy access to all of the platted areas across the state. Fortunately, there is now a new data set available through the MinGeo Commons, the open parcel data set. Originally came out in July or August of 2022. There's been one update, and the map I'm going to show you today has the most current data as of November 2nd of 2022. Over 2 million parcels in that open parcel data set. We whittled that down to just include their platted areas. And then Olmsted County is all of the subdivisions across the county, and Blue Earth County wasn't an open data county, so that was a separate request. Anyway, well, let's jump over to the Stormwater Mapping Tool so everyone can visually see their regulated area. So we'll click that link. Okay, so here's our Stormwater MS4 mapping tool. You can see the statewide view. Let's zoom into one of those affected MS4s. So we'll type here in the search box in the upper left. We'll type in Medina because they were on the list. And the best way, you can see you have all these options. What I'm going to do is click on this little caret so I can zoom directly to their entire jurisdiction. So you can see this blue line outlines Medina. Then you got this little Loretto donut hole over here. We'll turn this off, and you can see that these gray shaded areas with the yellow outlines are the plats. So if you click on one, the first selection, you're clicking inside of Medina, so it'll say you're in Medina. If you click this little arrow, it'll take you to the next feature, and that tells us that we are looking at the Leewood Farm plat. And then the pop-up that the service provides gives another explanation of what we did, links to the legislation, and then also links back to the stormwater manual and the page we were just looking at. Let's turn this off. So this only tells part of the story because this is just the platted areas. This is not showing our urbanized areas right now. So let's go over to the layers list, which is this little pancakes, I think is what they call them. Click on that. It'll give you some more options. So we'll click next to the MS4 layers so we can see what else we have available. We're going to turn off our impaired waters because it's sort of cluttering things up right now. We're also going to turn off our outstanding resource value waters. So now, right now we just have the platted area showing, or the base layer, which includes the platted areas. And then we're going to go down here and turn on our urbanized area from the 2010 census. We still do not have our urbanized areas for the 2020 census available yet. There's some problems with the definitions. So what this is showing us, so you've got the purple hashtags were new urbanized area as of 2010. The purple solid was no change between 2000 and 2010. And then the gray hash is urban areas that were removed between from the 2010 census from the 2000 census. So if we look here at Medina, you can see they've got this urbanized area up here in the northeast corner, another little tail down here in the south central. So Medina as a whole, their regulated area is in these purple areas and the gray areas with the yellow outlines. So let's say they want to share this information or print it off so they have something to look at. If you go up to this file folder in the upper right and click on it, it says print and share. That's what we want to do. You can also, it'll also give you a link so you can share this map with others, or you can embed it somewhere. Service is running a little slow. Okay, so gives us our options. So one layout is a map only, which is basically just a screenshot of this without any other information, which is not as helpful. So we are going to click on the drop down, choose a letter size landscape. You can see you can have some advanced options here, which I'm not going to mess with any of those, but just so you know it's available. I'm going to hit, you can change your map title. So we could change it to Medina. Why don't we do that? MS. Okay, I'm going to click print. Think about it for a minute while it's creating it. And you can, if you make something and you don't like it, you can just clear it out and delete it and start over. Or you can just add several. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. So here you can see our title, Medina Regulated MS4 Area. And down here at the bottom, you have our legend telling you what all the different colors mean. Okay, so jumping back to the map, the other thing I wanted to show you was how Olmsted County is showing up differently. Like I said, that data is being pulled in directly from Olmsted County's GIS service. So the data is coming in countywide and not just within the affected MS4s. So don't get confused. And it doesn't show up until you zoom in for a while. So let's zoom in some more. And there you can see these gray areas. Look over to just looking at the legend. The gray areas are Olmsted County subdivision plats. And if you click on one, it'll tell you the same. You're within the Bear Meadow Ranches if you clicked on that one. And otherwise we are within Marion Township, which I do believe is one of the affected 38. All right. I think that covers it. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I have my contact information down here at the bottom of our the 2019 legislation page. You can email me or you can give me a call.